On this episode of the Zach and Jay Show, we knock onto the doors of the multi-million-pound boats of London, asking to see inside. If you own a yacht, what are you? You're probably rich, you probably enjoy your privacy, and you're probably never gonna open the door to two weirdos with a camera asking to see inside. Well, if you watched last week's episode of the Zach and Jay Show, we knocked onto the canal boats of London and were welcomed in with open arms to see how people on the cheaper end of the spectrum live on the water. But this week, we thought we'd take on an entirely new beast and knock on the private gated communities where the rich seamen and women of this world live. So, armed with nothing but a willingness to try and a camera, we headed out to knock on to a few of the posh boats of London.
So people, we're back again. We're at St. Catherine's Docks to try and get inside some of these beautiful vessels.
The approach today is if we look somehow uniformed, if we look kind of like we're meant to be staff, people might give us a time of day. I've got a high-vis jacket for Scott in the bag as well. We haven't bust out a high-vis in a while.
Yeah, bust out.
The idea is no one's outside at the minute, it's cold. This locked gate isn't a good sign. If we get on a luxury boat, it's a miracle. Right, get this on. So it was time. Our can-do attitudes and rubber dinghy was enough to open plenty of canal boat doors, but with the average boat price in here being over £500,000, who knew if the posh boat dwellers would be swayed by our official-looking white uniform?
We've spotted a guy who sat very quietly on his laptop.
Oi, let's in.
Right, rock, paper, scissors to decide who does it.
Yes!
Beep.
It was time to give it a whack. Most of these boats looked empty. Maybe rich people only get on boats if it's sunny. To confirm our theory, we spoke to a member of staff.
Is this your boat or do you work on it?
I'm just working on it.
Oh, you just work on it, okay. Are most people out on these boats or are they still?
They are.
How can we get in?
If we were going to be successful, we needed to jump on opportunities as they came to us. And just like that, a pompous-looking couple came out of the underground car park and Jay hopped right in.
See if we can see inside some of the lovely boats at London docks. I was wondering...
Not at the moment, not with COVID.
We did COVID test before, but...
No, it's fine.
No, fair enough.
Not with this COVID stuff. Oh yes, John T. That bloke literally had the lowest voice I've ever heard. With the first rejection stinging, we started turning on each other.
That was the worst picture I've ever done.
With that.
Fucking knees were giving in. Let's see what boat they go to.
Yeah, they felt rich. That's why I was panicking. Got the monster.
Beep.
Monster yacht.
The man who first.
Do you want to use my boats?
Yes,
you got
please,
boats?
sir. Yeah, we'd love that, yeah. We're going on a trip around the world. We'll sail the 7 seas.
Take me with you. You had me then, too fair.
The odds weren't stacked in our favour, but we spotted a man on a laptop inside the most Bond villain boat I'd ever seen. All we had to do was get his attention in a way which wouldn't make him think we were weirdos.
Weird request, but we're filming a short documentary series. We're seeing the inside life of people who live on the water in London.
I'm just super busy right now.
I think he thought I was a weirdo. Well, you know what they say, ladies and gents, when life gives you lemons, you make grape juice and sit back and watch as the world wonders how you did it.
Did you just say a Despicable Me inspirational quote?
Does it matter? Live, laugh, love, Jay. Jeez. Anyway, don't think rejection was going to stop us. It only takes one person to say yes, and that is the exact moment we ran up on this man.
Wondering if you would have 5-10 minutes to potentially show us around the boat.
I do. I'm coming back over here.
Okay.
If you're around.
Yes! We finally found someone who was willing to show us around their boat. All it took was a little bit of charm.
Paul.
Paul, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Zach.
I'm Jamie. Nice to meet you.
Hello.
We're already walking on exclusive land. This is not open to the public.
Whereabouts in the States? Do you know?
Texas.
Texas?
Yeah, Houston. I just got back actually. I'm just out of my 10 days of quarantine.
Oh, really?
So I'm free again.
So it's a deep V hull and it's really designed to go across to France and do all of their
bigger canal system. So it wasn't this one originally. I had a canal boat made by the same company for 11 years.
What is it that you do then?
A subsea engineer for an oil company.
So you've got a house in London, but you also got this.
No, it's houses up further near Manchester, and it works really well. They're not cheap. Mooring fees are much the same as a one-bedroom flat would be.
Oh, really?
So it's not a cheap alternative.
Yeah.
It is if you're on the canal system, but of course this wouldn't work on the canal network.
Yeah.
I can get it up Regent's Canal and go around, but it would be blocking the canal most of the time.
Slow down.
This stuff is crucial. So if I'm coming in at this lock, I need to moor off the mooring buoys outside, which is what all of these pieces of equipment are for.
But where is the engine in this one?
So yes, 5-cylinder diesel. It's a truck engine basically. It's snowing, isn't it?
Yeah, I just realised that. What does that thing do then?
It's a two-way radio, but if we put it to 14, that's the London VTS channel. Vehicle Traffic Services, London VTS.
Right.
They're down by the barrier, and they control in the same way that an air traffic controller controls the airspace.
Really?
They control the river.
Am I allowed to pick this up? Or am I...
Yes, if you press that button, then you'll be broadcasting to the. So just don't press the button.
Everyone can go everywhere.
So if you,
So if you were going too quick on the Thames...
oh yes, oh yeah.
Are there river police?
Yeah, yes.
Really?
Oh yes, and you will get fined.
Have you ever had a run-in with the boat?
Yes, I have. Yeah. With the police and one of the biggest boats on the river, the Silver Sturgeon. I nearly ran into that. And just for fun, I ran into Westminster Bridge on New Year's Eve, just before the fireworks.
That scenario, like what?
The cops come over and check you out. Their concern is that you are a potential threat.
Right.
And once they see you're just a bunch of drunk blokes on a boat,
Yeah.
they let you off.
Are you allowed to drive this drunk?
No.
No.
And obviously I wasn't that day.
No.
We suggest you subscribe to the Zach and Jay show right now.
Excellent idea. Definitely do that.
Now, while Paul's boat was lovely and Paul himself was a lovely man, it wasn't quite the super yacht we were after. But with the snow setting in and the boat dwellers clearly not on board any of the boats, we had to regroup for another day. Negative. Right, so we're in Putney today, which is West London, the posh area. My predictions are it's going to be a lot harder. We found with the mansions, these people are a bit more private, and you know, if you afford £1 million plus boat, you're probably a lot more secretive. So I reckon our approach today is going to be different. This is a gated private community. There's security about. We're just pulling up now. So, with yesterday not fully going to plan, we were now in one of the most exclusive residential moorings in London. The average houseboat here cost over £1 million. Again, the weather wasn't on our side. Basically, no one was outside. So, we had to give the doors a knock.
I don't think they're in.
So the more we started knocking, the less and less confident we were that anybody actually lived on these expensive boats. And with security patrolling the area, we just wondered whether we'd be asked to leave before we could even get into one.
You speak.
Things weren't looking good for day two. We tried every door and intercom we could get to, but again it seemed like no one was in. And that was until...
Hiya. Bit of an odd request. We're basically making a short documentary on life on the Thames.
But I'm not living here, I know that.
Oh, you don't live here?
It's no one in.
Oh, okay.
I'm on my own.
Oh, right.
Some job.
Okay, fair enough.
Sorry about
No worries,
that.
no worries, take care.
Rejection? Rejection again! The cold hard touch of rejection! It was time to ramp up operations. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Every single doorbell and intercom was getting harassed. Surely there was somebody else who lived here.
What are they all doing?
Hello.
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 Is there any adults in?
Yeah. Mommy? Sorry, not right now because my dad's on the call and my mom's outside.
Okay, no worries.
Take care, guys.
This was a nightmare. The only doors we had opened was to a cleaner and 2 children. We couldn't possibly ask for a house tour for 2 children because that would be proper weird.
Pranked.
I said at the beginning, we would need a
Miracle.
And a miracle we did receive. Just as we were leaving, we met Matt, who saw the camera and wondered what we were doing snooping around an expensive boat dock. After a quick explanation, Matt mentioned that he owned an old £900,000 boat that he'd be happy to show us around on. The show goes on! Subscribe.
Wow. Yeah, this is like 20 times the size of the canal.
I mean, that's why I've been able to be here for like 10 years.
So what is it you do again?
Well, art director.
Art director.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like magazines and video stuff. Yeah, worked for GQ for a bit.
So what was the boat before? It was a boat for living on.
Came across from Holland originally, the Dutch canals, like over there, because they're a lot bigger. And then I used to carry like grit or paving slabs.
So would this part be open, like the roof?
So yeah, these sections, you could stack them up.
Right.
So like make it into convertible. So
Yeah.
then load in whatever
Right.
you want.
So does your dog normally just stare at the wall?
Yeah, this is cool.
So what is the big thing for?
So that was used for like a crane, not for a sail. So that bit lifts up and like swings to your right and left.
If you could be a pirate in this and can steal other people's boats, and just like pick them up.
Yeah.
Can you stand on the top bit? Or
Yeah, I mean it's a bit slippery now. Your shoes got grip.
Do my shoes have grip? What a stupid question.
Oh, not at all, mate.
I quite like it.
Have you renamed this boat at all? No, so it's unlucky to rename a boat. So I rent this out, this bit, and there's like a bedroom and kitchen in there. Yeah, and then this is the engine room in here.
Jay was just telling me to lock you in there and then we'll keep your boat. Hello, mate. He's fed up.
He always
Nah. My knees will get cold though.
Just a reminder, this is a...